Uma crise crônica na área da saúde, especialmente na região nordeste do país, com hospitais com atividades paralisadas, pacientes morrendo sem assistência, pacientes dormindo no chão. Como trazer alegria para um cenário tão caótico como esse?
Posso acrescentar? Eu queria saber se ele...
One question at a time is easier, but if you want to ask two questions...
Eu quero só acrescentar, se você tem alguma ideia para dar para os médicos que estão lá e, né, nessa situação, se você faria alguma coisa, o que você
This
faria?
is actually an international idea. All over the world, there are no happy hospitals. They're all hierarchical. Rich hospitals aren't happy because they're businesses. And there's no time to spend with patients. The doctors act like arrogant God Almighty, and they treat everyone else, not all doctors, but most of them. Every single complaint I hear medical students, I've lectured at medical schools in 65 countries. I get letters from doctors, nurses, medical students from all over the world, from Brazil. In the last 3 days, I've probably been with over 2,000, 3,000 medical students and nursing students. We don't have to talk about the north of Brazil, you know that. Right here in this city, all over the world, healthcare is not a vibrant home, nurturing environment for the love of people to care for people who are delivering care and care for people who are receiving care. In the design of our hospital, the first interest in design is to make a fabulous hospital for the caregiver, to eliminate the concept of burnout for a caregiver. For example, in the United States, when we build our hospital, we will pay the person who sweeps and the person who does surgery, who in the United States can make $3 million a year, they will have the same salary, $300 a month. Thousands of doctors and nurses apply to our hospital for $300 a month because we're the only hospital in the United States where you can practice with love. They will trade $3 million for $3,000 for that context. It's the same reason medical students flock to these lectures, drooling to be able to practice medicine in love, to love their patients, to be tender to them. So I don't want to make it regional. And it's all over the world that how do we work medicine? We work it the way mothers work home. No matter how bad the father is, no matter how much he spends his money on drink or beats his wife, no matter how much he ignores the care, most women in the world work their butt off to try to make the home environment beautiful. This is what nurses do in a hospital. They try to do that in a hospital. The thing is, the point is not to gloss over it all by trying to bring joy into the hospital. We won't change the hospital, God forbid. We'll just make it happy. La. And you're right. On the first day, since we can't make it happy with a magic wand, ding, everything is perfect. No violence or injustice in the world. No one cutting down the Amazon. Okay? So, now we can. Everyone can choose. Every single citizen watching this show. Forget hospitals. Everywhere you go publicly, from the moment you, in fact, wake up. So you do it with your family. You do it on the way to work. You do it in the subway. You do it in the... Wherever you are, you can choose to be a citizen, to put joy in our society. It's much more to concentrate it down to... And a lot of clowns do this. They have their clown gear in their bag. They go to the hospital, go to a room, change into their clown clothes, go to the child. Often they don't even go to the nursing station and play with them and play with the child. Great. Take off their clown clothes, put it in, and go back home. For me, they're wasting all of these other extra wonderful moments in in the bus to the work, in the restaurant where they eat. And that's why I only wear clown clothes, because when is a moment this society doesn't need the celebration of joy? What we need is to tax rich people. Okay? Forget this globalization crap, and to make the value system, steal TV back for the people and not make it a commercial enterprise for multinational corporations, and use television to educate people on loving. Because why are people interested in stupid football? Before television, sports was just something people enjoyed. Now sports figures are multimillionaires. Okay? So people take their men, in the United States at least, take their one day off work Sunday, instead of playing with their children and trying to have romance with their wife, they drink beer with their colleagues to cheer on multimillionaires playing with their balls. And this somehow is interesting. The television could be used to stop violence to women. And I hope you see the connection in your question about hospitals in the North. If we don't address the fact that money is being ill-spent on Mercedes. Money is, you go, I was told the Wall Street, I went down today, the Wall Street of Sao Paulo, okay? It looks like the same damn rich street of any other city in the world. Nothing Brazilian on that street. Same boring old big buildings with executive suites, I'm sure, and kiss-ass secretaries. You're getting my point, right? How is it that we have been tricked to think that we want a big palace to live in, and a fancy car to drive, and lots of money in the bank, and fancy vacations, when our people are hungry? And some people go to church, oh yes, Jesus Christ. What a bunch of crap. We're all walking around in a whole basket of lies, because we know what we need. What we need is food and friends. Once you have food and friends, everything is covered. Then you say, how can I help my people? How can I save the most interesting natural environment of all history? Instead of cutting it down for soybeans. And of course, we have excess money. We don't buy a fucking great watch. Oops, is that bad for this TV? Beep boop. Okay, beep boop watch. Okay, we buy a beep boop watch for $3,000, and we're cool. Instead of even thinking, we don't even think to put whatever we don't need for our family, to care for ourselves in a nice, humble home, we can send to a hospital so they have a fabulous hospital. And so we can have enough medical schools to teach medicine and complementary kinds of care, and so that this is our dream, not big stock portfolio, and the idea of giving mediocre actors from mediocre TV shows millions of dollars and have us all want to be them and teach our children to want to be them, and ignore that discussion because somehow the doctor of fun is here to say, let's make the hospital happy to cope with the fact that we refuse to care about our people.
Pat, nós vamos fazer agora
Should we close the show?
Não.
All right.
Só um instante, um rápido intervalo. Nós voltamos num instante com o Roda Viva, que hoje tem aqui na nossa plateia a Soraya Said, que é coordenadora nacional de formação dos Doutores da Alegria, o Gabriel de Araújo, que é estudante de medicina da Universidade Federal Fluminense, a Vera Cecília Macline, que é historiadora da medicina, e o Luiz Vieira Rocha, que é diretor executivo dos Doutores da Alegria, e ainda a Arlete Inácio Lopes Abreu, do Mensageiros da Alegria. A gente volta já já.